Did I seriously devote an hour and a half of my life to a movie about a pair of evil, possessed, killer pants? Oh, hell yes I did, damn straight. And in point of fact, it was not time wasted. Because that is the Shudder movie that has been making some buzz lately, Slaxx. This is actually a 2020 production that has just only now in the last month or so begun to get some real attention on Shudder. And the concept is every bit as gloriously absurd as it sounds. But really, should it come as any surprise? I mean, in the last few years, we've had a string of titles like this. We've had a killer sofa, even though it actually wasn't a sofa, it was an armchair. We've had killer donuts, and before that, you could have killer tomatoes. You could even have a killer rubber tire. And yes, I will be getting to a lot of those eventually. But anyhow, the title says it all. This is about a pair of evil possessed pants. So, spoiler alert for those of you out there, the plot is not that deep. What a shock. Revolving around a cast of characters who are working overnight for the grand opening of a store and revealing this new pair of super exclusive and doubtless super pricey pants that will conform to your body once you put them on. Super stretchers. But these pants are actually possessed by the spirits of third world laborers who were killed in the process of making them. So not only do you have a perfectly cliche slasher setup, you've got your perfectly cliche anti-capitalist, anti-consumerist setup. And amazingly enough, it actually works. This film surprised me a lot, particularly with the fact that, frankly, for such a concept, the production values are amazingly high. They actually do a terrific job with the cinematography. The camera angles are beautiful, the lighting is a little bit dark at times, but it adds the atmosphere. And frankly, the scenes where the pants are killing people are actually quite impressive. The CGI is pretty seamless. But I do digress that it is still an absurd concept, and you really got to go in it with a grain of salt. Now, they did do a terrific job with the kills, because they go in an escalating order, getting bloodier and more violent and more over the top and all the more fun each time. Yes, they start with the inevitable, someone gets slashed in half by the pants, and somehow they go from there to people getting their throats cut open, their hands chomped off, and they actually make it work. It looks convincing in that cornball style. Now, I really wish there was more that I could tell you about the director and the cast, but the truth is, there's not much there. The director does not even have much of a profile that you can research or build on. The cast, I would say they do an okay job, They knew what they were going into, probably because they are all B-grade and Shudder veterans. They've been in other projects like this. Definitely that helps, When you go in aware of what you're going to be set up for, it helps a lot. Oh, and I probably should mention, because leaving this out would be as tragic as an orphanage fire, the pants dance. To Bollywood. Yeah! So as you can tell, they decided if we're going to do this, we're going all in. And I actually found this to be an immensely entertaining film, particularly from being a tribute to that great 1980s slasher feel. You've got all your stock characters, you've got the mean girls, you've got the jerk-off boss, you've got the over-the-top gay guy, who, by the way, is also the stock Asian villain. So they really were intent on making a loving tribute to those old-fashioned slashers that we all know and adore. So I'm actually going to give Slaxx a solid 3 out of 4 stars. It's not a great film by any stretch, but it is just so much fun. And when you watch it, the time is actually going to breeze you straight by, and you will not leave feeling unsatisfied. I want to thank you all for being patient with me during my recent malaise. Believe you me, there's more to come, and I'm even going to be redoing one of my previous reviews where the audio ended up being bad. I want to encourage you all to check out my friend Reaper's Horrors channel. he's had some awesome narration going, and in particular, he's had a series of short stories that I really enjoy because they've got a very Grimm's fairy tale feel to them, and the only word to describe them would be that it's harvest time. I hope to soon make my return to the House That Screams podcast after a short absence, and I definitely want to give a shout out to Candy the Final Girl Allison, hostess of the House That Screams, because she's got her own makeup line coming up. I myself don't know shit about skincare or makeup, so she has helped me a lot in that regard. And from the pictures she's shown me, this looks pretty impressive. So if you've got a passion for cosmetics, I definitely say check it out. As always, folks, I want to tell you, take your precautions, look out for each other. It's getting better, but we ain't through the woods yet, excuse me. So I will see you next time. As always, eat, drink, and be scary, and enjoy.